All right, we are wrapping up this greenhouse project pretty rapidly here. So show you the last couple steps here that I'm doing. I did cut this door open now, and I attached this piece on the bottom just like we did on the side roll-ups. It's just it's a 12-foot pipe, which is that's the width of my door, so it kind of fits pretty good. And then this piece of channel that you just screw on, it has a hole every 10 inches. You just attach it to the plastic, and then I cut off the extra plastic off there. And then once I had that attached, I just basically sliced my edges of my doorway right against my channel on both sides. So I'm going to be able to roll this door up. This is, like I said, this is a summer greenhouse. This is not what you'd want to do if you're trying to heat this thing. It's not going to be extremely airtight or anything like that. But it's a situation where if I had a storm, I could roll this down real quick and, you know, put a cement block or something on the edge of this to hold it still, and it would you know, it would keep the wind off my plants. You know, it's my field tomatoes are going to be growing in here, so it's a tunnel type situation. 90% of the time this door is going to be up and stay up. It's really only if you know, I really want to avoid having a lot of wind in there that I'll close that up. So, and maybe over winter, you know, I'll close it up, that type of thing. So I'll crank this up for you, show you how it works. So it's pretty simple. I screwed on this long pipe that comes with it. There's a little piece of screws in there on the end, and then ideally it's a little bit of wind today, so it's blowing, but the principle's still the same. So you just crank this guy all the way up. It's a much cheaper door than the sliding doors that I have in the other greenhouses. I was trying to keep my costs down in this house, but principle still works the same. And then you can just bend it in like that, and it'll hold. If you left it out, laying out, it could unwind itself, you know, in the wind or whatever. But if you prop it like that, it really has no way of moving. The wind can push on here, and it's not going to go anywhere unless somebody would kick that out or something. If I really wanted to, I could dig a hole in there so that it would lay down straight. Maybe I'll do that at some point, but for now, that's going to work. So that's what it looks like. You can see the other end's opened up also. So like I said here, this is going to be in the way it is there. So I will probably dig a hole that I can get this straight up and down. That way it's not in the way for when I want to run equipment and stuff in through here. But I just put this together now, so that's the way it'll sit for now. And the other thing I want to show you here, over on the side, I'm working on putting my second channel in here. So I'll give you a little bit of a close-up of what we're doing there. Asher can come over here quick. So they want 2 layers of the wiggle wire. This is called. It's spring steel. Very hard on your hands or your fingers. It feels like you've been playing guitar all day. After you're doing it a while, it just hurts the fingertips. But it's one of those things you just got to do to get it in. But you just kind of keep jiggling it back and forth there and pinching it in that channel, and that, you know, keeps that nice and tight. It was tight before, and this just helps get a little more slack out of there, as well as provides 2 layers to hold on. You know, so for any reason this would tear, you have a second protection here. So you kind of got 2 layers. It's not just one layer where if you got a hole, it's gonna rip open. You got a second layer holding it there, and pretty well gonna make that solid. And I found that last piece is extremely hard. You can do it, but it really hurts your fingers. So I just got a little needle nose here for the last little piece to be able to get it and pop it in there. So I got to go the rest of the way down through, and then on the other side. All right, we've got the side ropes tied on. So it's a little bit of a windy day again here today. We have had a lot of wind here in the last couple of days, but so that just helps hold them sides tight. They're not you know, guitar string tight or anything like that, but I try to keep them as tight as I try to keep them good and snug. But goes through the eye hook there on the bottom, and then a little snap up top here that you put on. You pop in the channel there, and then you can run a rope through it and just kind of keep pressure on that when I was putting it through. And so that'll keep things tightened up here for the next couple years.